Kia ora. Welcome to the breathtaking Littleton Harbour on the South Island, New Zealand for the ITM New Zealand Sail Grand Prix Christchurch, where the weather is looking good for 2 days of decisive racing in the penultimate event of Season 3.
70,000 people in the stadium cheering us on, and just the support means the world.
It's a straight sprint to the line now. Watch for the line to turn white, and we're going to be racing here in Christchurch. Perfect start by Canada there, Todd. They've led things away. Phil Robertson, a Kiwi, racing on home waters as well. He's driving that French boat hard, and I think he should be able to get round the French by Mark 1.
2, 1.
Got the room inside. It's really tight.
Let's get going.
Dips the nose, and Australia comes in, same issue.
Oh my word, it's a tight moment here. Canada have the right of way, and Denmark, last minute turn. There will be a protest. I imagine a penalty there for the Danes, but the Canadians are safely round. That was so tight there. Oh my God, look how tight this race course is, Todd. You can hear there Phil Robertson. He's watching out for the Americans. They're trying to look out for boats on the other leg of the course, and we're heading here down to gate 6, and then it's just a sprint to the finish.
And once again, just like in Sydney, Australia, here in New Zealand, the French draw first blood.
I think it's going to be Australia and France coming out the middle of the line with the best start here. How's your timing on the line? It's going to be Australia in a brilliant position down towards the bottom end, but the fastest boat on the course at the moment is New Zealand. Can they roll round the front of the fleet? Oh, it was an aggressive move. Oh, and the Kiwis are pushing it so hard, but a big mistake by Australia.
The Kiwi team takes the win in race number 2.
Perfect timing there by Phil Robertson and Canada again, but the USA coming in like a raging bull towards Mark 1.
Basically broken one side of the rudder wing, so we got that one like we did last time.
So there's some elevators on the bottom of the rudder there. It's obviously got some slight structural issues with it, which will make the boat feel, well, it's going to struggle to fly, but it's also going to feel very unstable there.
And in race number 3, it is the Crazy Canucks, the Canadians, come to New Zealand and get the win. They claim race 3, 1 spot ahead of New Zealand, and Great Britain, they're moving in the right direction. They finish in 3rd.
Perfect from Australia there, and the Australians are going to be so fast with a better angle to Mark 1. They should lead the fleet away.
As they make a turn to the finish line with Australia already in the winner's circle, and France goes a little bit wide.
Penalty, France.
Oh, and France does get a penalty. So Australia gets the win in race 4. The Kiwis hold on for 2nd, and France now an opportunity wasted.
That's a great start by Australia, but look, left of screen, Great Britain and France in that battle for the final. Ainsley went really aggressive at the French, but the moment as Australia drive towards Mark 1.
Race number 5 goes the way of Australia as the Australians come out swinging on Super Sunday. They went back-to-back races to punch their ticket into the final. Canada coming in 4th place, and that will give them the points, Stevie, they need to get into the big final.
It's going to be a straight line drag race in. Canada are well positioned, but New Zealand are coming in hot. 3 seconds to go. Watch for the line to turn white. Blanket start there. Can New Zealand be fast enough? They're going to struggle to get round the top, but if anyone can do it, the Kiwis can do it. They've got to keep clear of Australia, and Canada are hanging on the inside.
And at mark number 1, it is all on here in the big final at the ITM New Zealand Sail Grand Prix Christchurch, and it is the Canadians out in front. Stevie, Emily, this would be their first final victory if they could pull it off.
Great start by Phil Robertson under pressure. He's in a good position. There's gate 2. Canada set up for the first turn here, and New Zealand are going to be held out by Australia. This is going to come down to the accuracy of manoeuvres here. It's so close. The Canadians are probably not quite as quick as Australia, but there they go. Both boats turn simultaneously, and it's another sprint. Australia on the inside. Canada have the right of way. Australia must keep clear, but that's a boundary there. He can't push the Australians into that. He's going to have to let them have room. we go, Canada's going to be aggressive now. Watch out, Australia must keep clear. Another aggressive move from Robertson.
Disappointing speeds from the Kiwis at the moment, 10 kilometers an hour slower than the other two teams.
Just sailing in that disturbed wind for New Zealand, being at the back of the pack. I would imagine a right turn here for New Zealand. Canada, great move by Robertson, really aggressive, and Australia are pushed back to third. New Zealand dive in, but Canada are a little bit slow as they turn up. All three boats are making some small mistakes. Canada turn left, they get the first pick, and it's Burling's New Zealand up to second. Oh, in the back,
Canada!
Look at the jibe, Todd. They've fallen off. They turned the boat. They flew too high. Can they recompose themselves? Opportunity now for the New Zealand boat to shut the distance, but it sounds like they've got it back under control on Canada, maybe just in time. Canada, well, they're sailing well in towards the shore here. Can they clear that boundary? The three posts we see there, they're not allowed to sail between that. If Canada has to dip round the edge of that red one, I think this could be a mistake by the Canadians.
Look at the speed difference.
Yeah, they're so fast. That's because Canada are trying to get above this green post to our left here. He's sailing closer to the wind, so he's going slower, but he's going to save himself some distance. Leads come down. When they turn in a minute, New Zealand will have the right of way. This could be a race, an event-defining moment here. Canada have given the opportunity to New Zealand, and New Zealand are on fire.
And New Zealand has overtaken the Canadians, their first lead of the race. So it's New Zealand, Canada, and Australia here in the final race, leg 5 of 7.
Nice turn there. They're neck and neck on the ladder lines. Canada have the right of way. Canada set up, they're going to try and block the New Zealand boat here. Here we go. Great manoeuvre by the Canadians, but how are they lined up for the gate here? It looks tight. New Zealand are quicker. Oh, it's so tight.
It's going to be the first to the yellow circle. Who's going to get there first and control it? It looks like Canada's opting for that right-hand side. Does Peter Burling split with him?
Canada will have the inside, but they are slow at this point in time. New Zealand are going to look to try and slingshot down inside and control the next manoeuvre. Here we go. Follows, he's going to try and pressure him with the manoeuvres. This is the final downwind leg here, Todd, and Canada have done a brilliant job of hanging in. One last roll of the dice for Australia, but I think, here we go. There go New Zealand. First to turn away, it's now just a drag race. Another mistake by Canada.
Boundary penalty, Canada.
Oh no! This might not be the end of the race for the Canadians, but that's going to really hurt them distance-wise. Here we go, one more manoeuvre for Burling. He wants to own the zone, he just said there. He wants to be right on the inside coming into this mark, and he's going to try and do a handbrake turn inside the Canadians as his final move of the event.
That's the Canadians clear of their penalty there, so foot down, full speed ahead.
Foot down indeed. Here we go. Coming downwind here fast. Which side do they line up on these posts? Can Canada get round? Canada seem to have found an extra bit of wind here. They're going so fast on that Canadian boat. The ladder lines show us neck and neck.
It does look like the Canadians are currently laying that gate.
Canada has the right of way, but do they make it down to the gate in time here?
It's all going to come down to this at gate number 6. Then it'll be the turn to the finish line. It'll either be Canada with their driver, Phil Robertson, a Kiwi, or New Zealand will take it on home waters. And it's Canada cutting in front. So despite the penalty, they made up the ground, and it'll be a right-hand turn. And how about this? A little history made in Christchurch as Phil Robertson will steer Canada to their first SailGP victory, and it comes at the ITM New Zealand Sail Grand Prix.
Oh, what a job by the Canadians.
It's awesome. I'm so stoked to win at home, and I've got my parents here and my wife and brothers, so it's super special for me. I've got good mates on the shore, and I haven't raced here before, so I'm pumped. And for Canada, it's just amazing. You know, this team's pretty new and we're pretty fresh, and we've been working hard to be competitive with all these top teams. And yeah, today's just an example of what we can do when we put it all together. So it's good. It's nice to see a bit of progress and get an event win and get that little monkey off our shoulders. So happy days.